Hey, thank you all for coming. My name's Kate Noble. For anyone who doesn't know, I am the Acting Director of the Housing and Community Development Department. Have worked for the City of Santa Fe for 7 years in economic development primarily. And this is obviously a very exciting day. We get to officially unveil the Parklet that is part of the Remike project. It's wonderful when something you talk about, ask a lot of questions about for a long time gets to physical manifestation. And this was about making a portable green space and a portable place for community to come together and to hopefully do its small part to reinvigorate this important part of town. There are so many people to thank and who have been a part of this great project. You'll hear from a bunch of them in a minute. Don and Christy, the artists that put this together, are really a lot of the love, so to speak, that went into it. If you haven't heard about all of the plants that are in this, you've got to get Christy to download them, from Virgin's Bane and bleeding hearts to switchgrass and a few other things that are appropriate for the Love Transfer Station. But the big thanks goes to PNM and the PNM Resources Foundation, whose grant made this possible, to Daniel Werwath, Zane Fisher, Mix Santa Fe, whose brains and good grant writing also made this possible, to YouthWorks for the sweat, as well as love that went into the Love Transfer Station. One of the things in economic development that's pretty interesting is the unquantifiable, which may be the relationship between Don Cannell and Mark Lurie. And, you know, Mark, we're told you have the touch that is important in welding and metalwork, so it's great that we found you and you found that.
Actually, just want to spend my time this afternoon doing what mayors should do at the end of these projects, and that's to thank the people who made it possible. Let me start with PNM Resource Foundation. Thank you very much for investing in Santa Fe. It's always great to see a corporate sponsor who is willing to put not only time and effort but financial resources into seeing this a reality. What I love about this project is that it cuts across so many intersections that are important here in Santa Fe. We are wanting to promote sustainability. We want to promote the development of a youth workforce. We want to make sure that we do it in an area that is important to our community. And with the city investing more than $30 million in the Santa Fe University of Art and Design, and with St. Michael's being such an important corridor for our community, this is the place to get it started. And when we think about the future of St. Michael's, we need to think about it in ways that invite more community to not only work but to live and become educated in this area. Right now along St. Michael's corridor, they're about 73% of the land up against the corridor is made up of parking places. We need to rethink that whole design style and introduce really cool concepts like this mobile mini park, rethink the development along St. Michael's so that it's more inviting to people to not only work here but to live and to entertain. And so certainly over the next 15 to 20 years, I'm hopeful that we'll see a full revitalization of the St. Michael's corridor and its relationship to what people call the southern part of the city and the eastern part of the city, and certainly the northern part, that it could be that corridor that brings the communities together. And it makes sense when you think of the two employment bases on each side of St. Michael's. You have an educational component with the Santa Fe University, and you have a medical component with St. Vincent's. So we have all the elements to turn this corridor into something really special for the people of Santa Fe. It takes vision, and I believe that the City Council has that vision. It takes a community, and I know Santa Fe is committed to it, and it takes effort. And today is just but a small part of that effort to really start to show the people of our community what this beautiful corridor could end up becoming for all of us. So having said all that, I thanked PNM. I want to thank certainly the artists who showed the inspiration. I met Mark earlier. He was a member of YouthWorks and put his own sweat and labor into developing this. And certainly, of course, the Chamber of Commerce, who has continuously been a friend to any of these initiatives out there for us. I want to say thank you to all of you very much for your commitment in this. And I'm looking forward to warmer days when we can actually hang out in the mobile park. But I'm glad that it's here. But nevertheless, thank you very much.
So today I'd just like to speak on behalf of Mix Santa Fe and the Remike project, which is now several years old in the making, and trying to draw community attention and planning attention towards the St. Michael's Drive corridor. I think this project is a really great example of the leading edge of our community's investment in the St. Michael's Drive area, as the city begins in earnest the hard work of redesigning a street, of creating incentive packages to try and move new development to the center of our city that currently is happening at the periphery. We also have to remember who's living near here and the people who use this neighborhood, and this to me is about making that investment in the kids that walk to school here from the Hopewell neighborhood, the folks that work in the area businesses, to try and improve their quality of life, the walkability of the area, and generally make a visual statement that we're invested in this area. So it's been a pleasure to work on this project, and it's really, as always, Mix is just a facilitator here. We helped think up the ideas and got the funding and then put together the right people to make it happen, and this has been an amazing team, an amazing group of people working on this, and the support from the city has been fantastic. So we're thrilled with the outcome, and we're looking forward to 2 more of these parks being produced over the next 6 or 8 months, so keep your eyes open for those as we deploy.
To the Remike project. And the reason that we're here is because the Power Up grant, in the aggregate, about $500,000, $500,000, were given to 24 nonprofits throughout our service territory. And PNM Resources Foundation was created and funded by our shareholders 31 years ago to be able to help the communities and the various nonprofits that we serve. PNM's been serving New Mexico for nearly 100 years, and we have about 1,500 of our employees, New Mexicans, working here.
We're a neighbor right here in the St. Mike's area. On behalf of the business community, how proud we are to be a part of this collaboration. This is really key to have these great partners, including the City of Santa Fe and PNM. And as we stand here, look at the different educational institutions that we can reach literally from this spot. And really that's what this is about, is creating potential prosperity and opportunity for the future of Santa Fe. So on behalf of the Chamber and our Opportunities Fund, thank you very much for being here, and thank you to all the partners for making this happen.
As a longtime resident of this neighborhood, I can't tell you how excited I am to see this, to see all of us here who have skin in the game and who will be working in the years to come to make this area more livable, more responsive to the city as a whole and to the people that live here. I think when Christy and I sort of came up with this design, we thought that this sculpture, this parklet, was in a way a question to the city, and that question is, who do you love? Do you love the city enough to kind of follow through to support these kind of initiatives, this public space, sustainability, culture that is accessible to everybody?
The design process, we were thinking about, well, who all is involved? YouthWorks and Mix and the city and PNM, thank you very much. And thinking about, well, what are the basic needs and essential elements? And how do we revitalize or bring to life that which is neglected or wasted or undervalued? And that is vacant lots like this one, that is our youth, that is our elders, that is the St. Michael's region, that's all these divergent sort of populations coming together in a place that is unlikely, a dumpster, right? A construction dumpster that was ugly, that was smelly and dirty, and Don's wherewithal and his vision being able to say, you know what, we can actually make something of this.
Working on this project was extremely fun. I learned a lot of things I didn't really think I would be doing. Don had taught me how to weld, and I picked it up really fast, and I did not all the welding, but a great deal of welding on this, and seeing it transform from that brown, rusty dumpster to this is really amazing. And just want to thank Don for the opportunity to teach me this trade and calling me back to work on other projects that he's had me work on, and and I want to thank YouthWorks for introducing me to Don. If it wasn't for YouthWorks, I wouldn't have been in on this project.